Okay, so for starters, I was born to say a lot. I've said a lot, and I'll always say a lot till the day I'm not able to say anything here. But one of the biggest things I've said in my life to, in particular, family, is when they say it's all about me. I go, well, it has to be all about me in order for it to be about anybody else, right? So if it's not about me at some point, sharing my love of nature, crows, and their significance, and hawks, and everything else out there, sharing the significance of the blue jays talking. If life isn't about us at all, which we're taught is a selfish thing for life to be about us, it's all about you. Well, it has to be about us to some extent in order for it to be about anybody else. So while I've been here with my parents, I've really just awakened to newer ways of accepting, well, my own ways of thinking, and realizing that I'm not a bad person. I do think good things. And I do exhaust a lot of my energies on thinking about others, because that's what it takes to give of myself to others, is to think of, well, myself. Look at there. Look at all these crows. So here I am at my parents', and it's not about what I've done, how much I've loved them, It's not a competition with my siblings. It's not about, I've done this and you haven't done anything. Like, that's so not my realm of life. What it is about for me is discovering things like this. My parents' beautiful pond that I remember my dad had built for my mom 25 years ago. And it's been several years since they've, maintained it and stuff. And so I was very grateful when I suggested this to my father. He went ahead and called the pond people right away, and they're coming out next week to fix this pond. Not fix it, I mean clean it, and just make sure the fountain's working right, and a new de-icer, and possibly a new pump, and all of that. But aside from all of that, I just, it is an awakening moment. Life should be awakening always. And once you begin to awaken, meaning once you open your eyes, more than your eyes, you open your soul's eyes to seeing life in different perspectives, different ways, that is when you begin to appreciate life more, and you're able to share of yourself in more beautiful ways. And at the same time, you're able to find new value and love and appreciation of life itself. So I've been here now for almost 2 weeks with my parents, and my dad had surgery on his Achilles tendon. It was ripped, torn. He's 82 years old, and he's doing great. I've helped my dad with many, many things I don't need to get into right now, but I never thought I'd have to help my parents in any of these ways. And so I'm grateful to not only be able to be here, but also to be able to be a part of such a journey with my parents. I do believe we all have our own journeys in life, and those journeys are continuous and never ending, as they shouldn't ever end, as long as we so shall live. Yet it is beautiful for me to be a part of someone else's journey. And my mom, she was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, was told she had a silent heart attack this past August. And many, many doctor's appointments later, it's not the greatest of news that we're hearing from my mom. So I'm struggling with my own thoughts of life and my parents. I adore my mom and dad. I just absolutely adore my mom and dad. I come from a family of 5 children. I am the spiritual one. I am the crazy one. The one who sees and hears the crows and the hawks and whatever else, and shares the meaning behind seeing all of these, what I refer to as messages from heaven. So I understand I'm not understood by my family, I guess, in life, but at the same time, none of that matters to me anymore. I am 50 years old. All of this mattered to me greatly throughout my life, which is why there was a lot of turmoil and fighting with, family, because I just couldn't understand how nobody could see the beauties that I see in life and feel the things that I feel in life. This pond here is absolutely special. And if I've done nothing else in this past 12 days or so that I've been here with my parents, if I've done nothing else, this, I am so excited about that. As soon as I mentioned it to my dad, he picked up the phone and called the pond ladies, and they're on their way out next week. And I met with them the other day, and they're gonna fix this all up. And, you know, even my mom was like, well, what? Who cares about the pond? I was like, hello, you got to care about the pond. That's like extremely special. And we don't even know if there's fish in there, but there clearly are, because I keep seeing the herons here every day. So this has been my parents' home for the past almost 30 years. And it was my home growing up for many, many years. I haven't been here for many years because I lived so far away, and now I'm here, and I guess I just want to point out all the beauty and beautiful points for my parents at this point. They're not dying. We're all born to die. That's life. And yet at the same time, I guess, when you hear such news from doctors, you know, again, I'm not worried about my dad at all. He had surgery, he's fine, he's scooting around, he's getting around, he's fine. But my mom, that's really hard. That's really hard to hear that her heart is black, scarred, irreparable. There's nothing that can be done. She's just 80 years old. And up until this past couple of months, my mom has been extremely active in her life, extremely active, like me, you know, like mother, like daughter. She's been very on the go and doing water aerobics 6 days a week, 2 hours a day sometimes. So this has been a huge transition. And I have been all this time focusing on how huge of a transition this has been for my mother. And yet not thinking about myself. So it does go back to what I was saying earlier in this video. It does have to be all about me in order for it to be about anybody else. Because once I realize what I feel, then I can figure out how to carry on in my own onward, upward soldier modes of creating and sharing and initiating such positivities in life for my parents and those I love. It's not about sibling rivalry and not agreeing with siblings. I come from a big family, 5 brothers and sisters, so clearly there's gonna be, you know, clashing of the titans there. But I am most grateful to be here now with my parents.